Hey Iowa, it is Congressman Nunn, and we are excited to be kicking off an incredible inaugural week in a golden age for America. We are tackling important things like border security to defend our homeland, making sure that we cut taxes so that Iowans like yourself have more money in your pocket and our community, and making sure that we are doing as much as possible to help drive down costs to make everybody's life a little more affordable. So let's get into this week's situational report. This week, we took meaningful action to hold illegals who commit violent acts here in the United States accountable. The same type of violent acts that took the life of Iowan Sarah Root through vehicular homicide and Lincoln Riley through a violent assault that resulted in her death. This doesn't have to happen. And with bipartisan support, we've been able to send this legislation, which I co-sponsored, to the president's desk to make all of our lives a little bit safer. I'm proud to see this being signed into law. And thanks for everybody from Iowa who helped make this a success. This week, we also took important measures to bring Iowa's best practices to Washington, D.C. And that's why I testified in front of the House Ways and Means Committee on actions we took to cut taxes in Iowa that help grow our economy. We can do the same right here in Washington, D.C. And the challenge is, if no action is taken, every Iowan could face a 22% tax increase. And that's something no Iowan can afford. That's why I moved forward on 5 very important principles I'd like to see in our tax bill. First and foremost, a child tax credit, so that every family has the opportunity to invest in their children and their future. Second, making sure that we're eliminating the death tax that destroys family farms and hollows out our Main Street communities. Third, moving effectively to extend our energy solutions for America by expanding and keeping our biofuel tax credit so that every Iowa farm can both help feed and fuel our country. 4, making adoption tax credits permanent. Too many families that want their forever home are turned away because of those high costs brought into it. And finally, working for tax cuts that actually help grow our economy. Iowa, I know we've done this, and this is something that we can help lead in Washington, D.C. with your good input and advice. Looking forward to working with you to make sure that all of our tax bills stay a lot lower, because that's money that stays in our community. Iowa, I've got great news too on a new bill that we're moving called the Child Act, and it's come from great recommendations from viewers like you. It's helping to take care of the cost associated with raising a family. As a dad of 6, like so many of you, being a parent is job number 1, and we want to make sure that that job can be helped by making it affordable. We all know the child care shortage is a real crisis impacting our entire country. And what the Child Act does is it helps make sure that we have affordable child care with a great workforce pipeline. Together, we have the opportunity to help families save as much as 10% from their overall budget by working on this issue together and help growing up the next generation of great Americans. Bottom line is this: addressing the child care shortage is not only good for the country and our economy, it's good for kids and families too. With that, Iowa, thank you so much for everything you do. Your recommendations are making a difference in Washington, and I'm proud that I get to fight for you. We'll talk to you soon.